Have you ever had a moment where reality flickers? A flash of intense déjà vu, so strong it stops you? Or a coincidence so perfect, so impossible, that it feels scripted? You are not alone. There's a growing feeling that our world is off, that rules are bending, reality thinning, becoming unreal. Philosophers call this the simulation argument, the theory that reality is a highly advanced computer simulation. Most think of the Matrix, a dystopian prison to harvest our energy. This idea, born from fear, assumes we are victims, giving away our power. But here, at Deep Thoughts, we ask a more profound question. What if this isn't a prison? What if it's a school? What if it's not a trap, but a quantum mirror designed to teach us? And what if the glitches we see are not errors, but messages? What if they are a sign that it's time to wake up? The signs are everywhere, if you know where to look. The first glitch is the Mandela Effect, a phenomenon where millions share the same false memory. How can thousands misremember the exact same detail in the exact same way? Skeptics say it's faulty memory, but that explanation feels weak. A more profound explanation? What if it's a patch in the code? A moment where the simulation's version history was updated, and some of us just remember the old file? What if it's proof that reality is not a fixed past, but a fluid, programmable database? The second glitch is synchronicity. These are meaningful coincidences so precise, they defy probability. You've experienced this, thinking of a song, and it instantly plays, facing a problem, and the answer appears on a billboard. You think of someone you haven't spoken to in years, and they text you that very minute. Carl Jung called this an acausal connecting principle. In simulation terms, it's a quest marker, the program's way of giving you a breadcrumb trail. It's the simulation's interface confirming your consciousness interacts with reality's script. But the most profound glitch comes from our own science, quantum physics. For a century, scientists have been baffled by the observer effect. Particles exist in a wave of pure potential. They are everywhere and nowhere at once, until someone decides to look at them. The act of consciousness, of observation, collapses that wave into a physical particle, a physical thing, in a physical place. Think about what this means. This is the exact same logic a video game uses. A video game doesn't render the entire world at once. It only renders the few feet around your character, the part you are observing. The rest of the world only exists as potential data, as code. Our own science proves our universe behaves the exact same way. Reality waits for a conscious player to look at it before it decides to become real. We have the what, evidence our world behaves like a program. But this leads to the most important question. If this is a simulation, who wrote the code? And are we just a character, or are we the player? If we are in a simulation, who is the programmer? The Matrix theory suggests an outside force, machines, aliens, or a god in the sky. But this idea, born from fear, assumes we are victims, giving away all our power. The Deep Thoughts philosophy offers a more powerful and responsible truth. What if you are the programmer? What if your higher self, your soul, your true eternal consciousness, chose to enter this game? Not as a prisoner, but as a player, not to be trapped, but to learn. What if this entire, vast, complex universe is a projection of a single, unified consciousness, and you are a fragment of it? In this model, Earth is not a prison. It is a consciousness school. It is a divine, high-fidelity, sensory immersion game. The objective? To forget who you really are, to become fully immersed in the limitations of the human body, and then to remember, to wake up within the dream. Why would we do this? For the same reason you play any game, for the experience, for the growth. To master the one lesson that can only be learned in a world of separation and contrast, how to choose love over fear, how to find unity in a world of duality, how to create reality, not just react to it. So, if we are the player operating a narrator in a divine school, where's the code? Where's the program that runs our daily lives? The answer is the single most important concept we have ever discussed. The subconscious mind is the original code. Your conscious mind, the you that is listening to this, is the player. You have free will. You can make new choices. But your subconscious mind is the hardwired program, the operating system installed before you. The player even grabbed the controls. It runs in the background 95% of the time, controlling your heartbeat, your digestion, and your beliefs, your fears, your limitations. But how did that code get there? As cell biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton proved, 95% of our life is run by these programs. And that programming is installed in the first 7 years of life. From age 0 to 7, a child's brain is in a theta brainwave state. This is literally a state of hypnosis. We are not thinking, we are downloading. We are observing our parents, our culture, our teachers, and we are downloading the fundamental rules of the simulation. Beliefs like, money is scarce, you have to work hard, love is painful, I am not worthy. These beliefs are not true, they are just code. They are the physics engine of our personal reality, installed before we even knew how to question them. This code then creates a self-perpetuating loop. As Dr. Joe Dispenza explains, when you have a thought, your brain produces a chemical. That chemical makes your body feel the emotion of that thought. The feeling then causes your brain to have more thoughts just like it. This is the thought-feeling loop. Over time, your body becomes the subconscious mind. Your body gets addicted to the familiar feelings of guilt, of fear, of scarcity, of unworthiness. So, even if the player decides, I want to be abundant, the program goes, I am addicted to the feeling of lack. The code overrides the command. This is why you feel stuck. This is why the simulation seems to repeat. We are living records of the past, broadcasting an old signal, and the quantum mirror just keeps reflecting it. This leads to the most profound identity crisis of our time. Are you a non-player character, or are you the player? The answer lies in understanding the power of the subconscious mind and consciously choosing to reprogram it with beliefs that support your desired reality. By becoming aware of these programs, we can break free from the loop and rewrite our code, transforming our reality. There is a reason the NPC meme has become one of the most popular and controversial ideas on the internet. NPC stands for non-player character. In a video game, these are the characters run by the program. They have no free will. They walk in set loops. They say the same pre-programmed lines. They are asleep. The meme became popular because when we look at the world, we see this. We see people reacting to news headlines with the same pre-programmed outrage. We see people chasing the same scripted goals of money, fame, and status without ever asking why. It feels like many people are not living. They are just running a program. But this isn't about judging others. This is about self-awareness. The NPC is not a person. It is a state of being. The NPC state is what happens when a human being is running 100% on their subconscious programming. It is a state of total reaction. There is no observer. There is no player at the controls. When you are in NPC mode, you are a character. You believe you are your emotions. You believe you are your past. When the simulation triggers you, you don't choose a response. You run the program. Someone cuts you off in traffic. You run the anger program. Someone criticizes you. You run the unworthiness program. The glitches and synchronicities, you don't even see them. They are invisible to you because you are not looking for them. How do you know if you are in NPC mode? Here are the signs. First, you live in constant reaction. Your emotional state is 100% dependent on the outside world. A good day at work means you're happy. A bad comment means you're ruined. Second, you blame others for your reality. You believe your boss, your partner, or the government is the source of your problems. You see yourself as a victim of the game. Third, your life is a loop. You attract the same type of relationship, the same money problems, the same failures, over and over. This is the code running itself. Fourth, you live in distraction. You cannot be alone with your thoughts. You are always scrolling, watching, consuming. Anything to avoid being present, because in the present, you might have to face the code. So what is the alternative? The player. The player is not someone who controls every little detail of the simulation. The player is someone who is aware that they are in the simulation. The player is the conscious observer. When the player is active, you are no longer the character. You are the consciousness operating the character. You have thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. You have emotions, but you are not your emotions. You have a body, but you are not your body. You are the observer from quantum physics. And as we learn, when the observer shows up, the wave of potential collapses. When you are the player, you reclaim your power from the program. So what does the player do? The player's greatest power is the pause. The NPC reacts. The player responds. When the simulation sends a trigger, the player pauses. They observe the trigger. They feel the old program rise up, but they don't attach to it. They watch it. And in that moment of pause, that space between stimulus and response, is your true freedom. That is the moment the player takes the controls from the NPC. You can then choose to run the old program, or you can write a new one. This is the entire purpose of the game. To wake up from being the character and remember you are the player. But how do you do it? How do you, practically, rewrite your own code? If this is a simulation, there must be cheat codes. And there are. That is the final and most important part. This journey into self-awareness and conscious choice is just beginning. Stay tuned for the next part. We've established that we are in a simulation. We've identified the code as our subconscious and the player as our conscious awareness. Now, we arrive at the practical guide. How do you, the player, rewrite the code? You use the cheat codes of the universe. These are not hacks to get rich quick. They are the fundamental laws of the simulation that spiritual masters have been teaching for millennia. They are the tools for conscious programming. If your subconscious is the code, you need a way to access it. You cannot access it from your normal, theta brainwave state. This is your avatar mind, busy reacting to the game. The first cheat code is meditation. Meditation is not about emptying your mind. Meditation is about changing your brainwaves. It's about slowing your mind down, past the analytical beta into alpha and theta. That theta state is the same state you were in as a child. It is the language of the subconscious. It is the developer console. It is the command prompt of your reality. When you are in this state, you are no longer the character. You are the programmer. You can finally access the root files. Once you are in the dev console, you must write the new code. How? You use the two most powerful programming tools in the universe: a clear intention and an elevated emotion. A clear intention is the what. This is your thought. I am abundant. I am healthy. I am loved. But thoughts alone, as we've learned, are not enough. You must combine it with an elevated emotion. You must feel what it would be like to have that reality. Now, this is the key. You cannot wait for the simulation to render abundance before you feel abundant. You must feel the gratitude, the joy, the freedom of it first. This feeling, this vibration, is the enter key. It's what saves the new code. It's what commands the quantum mirror to reflect a new image. The final cheat code is the most powerful of all. It is presence. If your subconscious program is always pulling you into the past or the future, presence is the cheat code that breaks that loop. Being fully present, right here, right now, is the only way to stop the lag of your old programming. When you are 100% present, you are no longer running any code. You are just being. This is when you see the simulation for what it is. You notice the glitches. You see the synchronicities. You feel the interconnectedness of everything. You are no longer reacting to the past. You are no longer worrying about the future. You are in the only moment that exists. The only moment the player can make a new choice, the eternal now. When you use these codes, your life changes. But something bigger is happening. Why are we all talking about this now? Why are the glitches increasing? Because this isn't just your awakening. It is a collective awakening. Millions of players are waking up at the same time. We are, as a whole, realizing that the old simulation, the one built on fear, scarcity, and separation, is obsolete. It's a game we no longer wish to play. As more of us wake up and write new code of unity, love, and abundance, the entire simulation is beginning to upgrade. The Great Awakening is a collective reboot of the human operating system. The glitches in the Matrix, the Déjà Vu, the Mandela Effects, these are not threats. They are invitations. They are alarm clocks set by your own soul. They are asking you one question. Are you awake yet? You are not a machine. You are not a victim. You are not a random character in a cold, dead universe. You are a divine consciousness playing a temporary, physical game. You chose this. The simulation is not your prison. It is your canvas. Stop being the character. Start being the player. Game on.